Welcome, this is VCQ and welcome back to some more Rise of Nations campaign action. I have scoured near and far, at least in the Ancient Age or the Classical Age, and the only other unique scenario I can find is Supply Train. This is potentially the worst, absolutely the worst scenario, bar none, in the entire game. I'm pretty sure I have played it before. I can't remember which campaign, and I thought it was an absolute joke. There may be more scenarios when you get to more advanced ages, but I highly doubt that, considering most of the claimed territories turn into conquests. I'm not really sure what they would be. You'd have to check the computer files and check the data in the game, presumably to see if there's a list of generated scenarios that could appear from that. But I'm not an expert in such matters, so I'll leave that to someone who is. Anyway, Supply Train. It says the enemy army has decided they can't win this battle and are fleeing with all of their supplies. Destroy their supply wagons to gain these supplies for yourself, but be careful, the enemy isn't totally helpless. Keep at least one of your units alive until the timer runs out to achieve victory. Now, all I'm going to do is just plonk my units straight here, and all three scouts can just go running. And I'm not even going to attack anything. So, there's 5 minutes. Survive for 5 minutes. It asks me for supply wagons killed in the top left, but this doesn't seem to matter because I'm just going to sit in this corner for 5 minutes and twiddle my thumbs and show you that it actually doesn't matter. So there's a mechanic here that doesn't matter at all. They reckon that the enemy can't win, so they're running away, yet they field 2, 3, 4, 5 times an army the size of mine. So maybe what should have happened, like this is just an absolute whack scenario. Maybe what should have happened is the harder this gets, the more supply wagons you have to kill before the timer runs out. And considering they're running around with decently sized armies, your units will naturally get picked off due to attrition. So all that happens is armies spawn somewhere up here and they're just walking straight down here to where they disappear again. It would be much better if they were actively all sort of auto-exploring and sort of just tried to throw hits at you, because there's no way your units can heal back. The only thing you can do though is use this general for an ambush, decoys, or running away to preserve your units longer. So I reckon if you had on toughest, maybe you need to kill 10 supply wagons in 5 minutes and keep a unit alive, then yeah, that would make a lot more sense. Because otherwise this scenario doesn't make sense at all. If it's just holding out, then the enemy wouldn't have run away in the first place. And when you do kill the supply wagons, there is nothing generated. I mean, you get 50 wealth for killing them, but that's pretty standard, but you don't get any extra units, you don't diminish the enemy's strength, nothing happens. So there's no incentive to kill the supply wagons. If you made that a limit to kill supply wagons before the timer runs out, then yes, then you'd see a lot more conflict, the game would be a lot more tactical. You'd pretty much use your cav to charge in, get the kill of the supply wagon, then charge out. You may need to use some ambushing or some forced march to get there. Archers would be much more useful. Same with the Pakati. The ranged units would help, they'd be able to snipe out the supply wagons running away. Apart from that, there's just absolutely no point. So now everyone's hidden. There's no one has come to search. And there's nothing else to do but to twiddle our thumbs and wait. Like, that's a comparable sized army. So there's no way that they wouldn't be able to take out a few units at least. What's that? 5 by 4, 20 units. They can knock out 20 units. Okay. 2/5 of them are cataphracts, but they do have a lot of hoplites. So anyway, this level is, for me, without a doubt, the worst level in Rise of Nations. If you want an easy win, always choose this level. Like, I don't know how you could fail it apart from leaving your units in the path of other enemy units. It's just dumb. There's no tactics, there's no strategy here. Better AI would sort that out, or better scripting, or changing the victory conditions. Super dumb. So they get to the end of the map, they disappear. But I mean, you got 1 army, 2 army, 3 armies, 4 armies. They can't win the battle somehow against 20 units. Destroy the supply wagons to gain these supplies, so that's wrong as well. But it just says keep at least one of your units alive until the timer runs out to achieve victory. Well, just run the corner and that's it. Anyway. So for me, that's the worst scenario in Rise of Nations. I think that concludes all the unique scenarios in the entire world. And thus that completes everything in all the campaigns. To the best of my knowledge, if I have missed a scenario that I haven't beaten on toughest, let me know how to find it, and I'll give it a crack. Apart from that, stick around, there's a couple of skill test games that I want to go through for Rise of Nations that will help your abilities go up. So we'll go through those relatively soon. Otherwise, any questions, queries, or comments, please let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you for watching.